Welcome back. I am your host. I'm attorney Stephen Leahy, and this is the IRS Radio Hour on AM 560. The Answer. I'm here with Deborah Schreiner and Jim Leahy, and we are the group.
That's right.
And
we're the group to end all groups.
End them. We're going to end all other groups.
We're group squared.
We're just the best group around.
Exactly. I wish that people could see what would happen during the commercial breaks.
There's the Beatles, and then there's us.
Okay, I wouldn't go beyond the Beatles though, because they were the top.
They were
group.
the best.
And they can see it, Jim. Remember, because we're going to do this podcast on Friday afternoon, probably anywhere from 12 to 2. You look for it on Facebook.
It'll be on,
and because it depends what time we start and what's going on with Debbie and what's going on before us.
Ladies and gentlemen, also too, remember it's tax season.
It is tax. Oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Remember last year I had offered a some sort of package, some sort of deal. I think it was if you came to me with your receipt.
Yeah,
and last year's
tax
taxes
returns from last year. Yeah,
would I match it?
Yes.
Is that what I would do? Or did I give them a better deal than that?
You're asking that now?
Why don't I do some research on that, and you'll mention it in the next segment?
I'll do that because I think that because I'm going to do that because again it's tax time again, and you got to get your tax returns done. Okay, so if you don't know someone that could do your tax returns, I do. We do tax returns. Opum Tax. We do tax returns. So if you need your tax returns done, call me, and again have your receipt. 312-664-6649. Again, it's 312-664-6649, and we'll talk about getting your tax return complete. Now, with the new tax law, maybe you don't have to get your taxes done. Maybe you could do them yourself because it's going to be on one page.
Yep.
Okay, so that might be good.
We'll talk about that another time. But other than that, though, it's the blog segment. The blog.
Yes.
It's the blog segment, as I just said. But ladies and gentlemen, we got great information for you today. Remember, it is tax season, so talking about different types of liens that can happen if you don't pay your taxes is something that everybody should be aware of. And Attorney Stephen Leahy, he's going to bring up that information right now. But remember, you can always go to chicagotaxteam.com. You can go and you can contact Attorney Stephen Leahy. You can watch prior videos. It's a great tool to help get you back on track for financial success during this tax season.
So what I want to talk about, as you know, the blog segment, I generally will talk about what's going on with clients in my office over the last week or two. And so what's happened, things like seem that things happen in bunches. Like I'll get the same kind of case. I won't see it for 6 months or all of a sudden I get 3 of the same cases. And that's kind of what's happened here. I work with some mortgage brokers. One, as you probably know, David Hochberg, because I'm the IRS answer man on his show, the Home Sweet Home Chicago show, which I was on last week. I hope you listened. And I'll be on again. I generally can't tell you when I'm going to be on because he always calls me like a day before. He says, Steve, can you do the show? And then I say yes. But anyway, I also have other mortgage brokers who listen to this show, and then they have these same issues, and then they'll send their clients to me. So I've met several mortgage brokers over the last couple of weeks that aren't affiliated with David Hochberg that I'm helping their clients. And the issue I'm talking about now is tax liens, because when people are trying to, the value of property is going up. And so people have some equity in their home. And so they want to tap that equity to help them financially. Maybe pay some credit card debt, maybe just lower their bill.
Or maybe just having some money in your pocket.
Or maybe just lowering their interest rate so they don't have to pay so much. So maybe they have a higher interest rate and they're trying to get it down, because interest rates, while they're going up a little bit now, they're still at historic lows. Yeah. Okay. But then they go and they'll make this application and they'll contact their mortgage broker, and they'll fill out all the paperwork, and they'll go through all of the monotony or because it is kind of a process. You got to come up with a lot of paperwork. You got to come up with bank statements. You got to come up with so there's lots you got to come up with in order to get a loan process going. And towards the end of that process, what will happen is the mortgage broker will get a title. Will pull your credit report and things, and maybe do a title report if you're trying to refi, and then they'll notice that there's a tax lien against you, and then it puts
you're in trouble there. Yeah,
it puts a brakes on everything. Yes. It halts everything because wait a minute, you can't get a new loan because you have a tax lien. If you refinance a loan and there's a tax lien, remember we talk about this, Jim, the first in time, first in right. Mm-hmm. And that usually your mortgage is there first, and then the IRS will slap this tax lien on you. And so they're second. And then if you refinance, the tax lien will be first, and then the mortgage will be second. And you won't get a mortgage like that, because the mortgage company will never agree to be behind.
Why would you? It's not good business.
Yeah, it wouldn't be behind the tax lien. Now, there's some things you could do. Sometimes you could do what they call subordinate that, and subordination is when the IRS agrees to take a second position to the first. So maybe I'm having some problems. I'm going to be able to reduce how much I pay a month to on my mortgage, so I can prove that to the IRS, and I say. Now, here's the thing, though. You can't owe the IRS money, not have an agreement to pay them, and then think that they're going to subordinate the lien. You have to be we always call this compliance. You have to be in compliance. If you owe the IRS money and you're not working to repay them, well, they're not going to help.
That's something we talk about all the time.
They're not going to help you reduce. They're not going to help you take off the tax lien if you're not paying them, because that's why they have the tax lien on you. One of the people don't understand is that usually when you owe the IRS, the tax lien is on you right away, whether they file anything with the county or not. The moment that they ask you to pay and you don't pay, a lien is slapped on you. Then after that, it's very routine for them to go and file what they call a notice of tax lien with your county. Once they do that, they file it with the county. That puts everybody on notice that you owe the IRS money. Now, what I'm trying to do with a couple of people, so one person came to see me, and they've been in a payment plan for some time, 3 years, and the IRS, they're in this automatic debit. So every month the IRS comes in, takes their money, and they've been in this payment for again 3 years. They owed about $40,000. Well, I did some research. We did some investigation, found out that they're down under $25,000. Well, that's the key. There's a couple of different keys here. One is you have to owe less than $25,000. You have to have paid more than 3 months or 3 months or more from a direct deposit, and you couldn't have ever defaulted on a payment before. And if those three things are true, the IRS will agree to not only release the lien, and if there's not a lien, then the mortgage company will be first again, and they'll probably give you the loan. But here's the really important part. They will not only release the lien, they will withdraw the lien. And what that means is they're going to make it like it never happened, and they're going to report that to your to the credit bureaus, and they're going to take that off of your credit score. Wow. And that's going to increase your credit score.
Well, how can I get that out? Like, what can I do to get that? That sounds great.
It is. It does sound great, and it is great. It's a great thing. And so if you find out you're trying to refinance, again, I've had 3 of them in the last couple of weeks, and they hire me to try to get this tax lien removed. Again, withdrawn, not only removed, but withdrawn. And again, maybe that means that they're going to get a better rate, because the better my credit score, the lower rate I'm going to get. So the less I'm going to pay on my mortgage. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win-win. Okay, not everybody qualifies, so you should call me at 312-664-6649, and we'll see if we can do it. Can't do it for everybody, but you don't know until you look and you try.
That's right. That's the key word, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know unless if you try. Remember, Open Tax Resolution will give you that option of looking into and see what you can do.
This one client came to see, they were sure they owed more than $30,000, but after the investigation we found out they owe less than $25,000. So
that's perfect.
It worked.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, remember, Open Tax Resolution is there for you. 312-664-6649 or visit ChicagoTaxTeam.com. That's going to be your hub to fight the IRS. Remember, it is tax season, ladies and gentlemen. Get your minds in order and call Open Tax Resolution. They can do your taxes for you or your tax returns for you, okay? So remember, 312-664-6649 or ChicagoTaxTeam.com. Now, I'm going to let Perry Mason take it away like you do every week, but stay tuned because after the commercial break, more IRS Radio Hour coming at you here on AM 560, The Answer.